Today I'm going to share my thoughts on a very popular subject in pop culture. Well, at least here on YouTube. And I say on YouTube because there are a lot of videos of it. And that subject is police brutality. Everybody knows it's out there. Everybody knows what it is. And it's really the reason for the saying, fuck the police. Now, I think that saying is inaccurate for two reasons. Number one, there's a difference between a police officer and a pig. I don't think I have to explain what a pig is. Everybody should know. If you don't, pig is a term for a police officer that abuses their authority in every way possible and makes people hate them. And really, they're the reason for the saying, fuck the police. And number two, police officers, as opposed to pigs, are actually police officers. They're not just abusive bullies who finally come onto a little bit of tentative power and use that to their advantage. A police officer is a moral, upstanding citizen, at least for the most part. Obviously they have some flaws, they're only human. Meanwhile, a pig is usually power-hungry, egotistical, and is a complete waste of human space. Now, police brutality, it's something that people deal with. It's out there, people don't want to talk about it, but it's fucking there. You know what I mean? Now, I think the reason that a lot of people like to watch these videos of police brutality, obviously cops, you know, tasing people who don't deserve to be tased, or beating people for no reason, or even shooting people, I've seen, is because they want something to hate. They want something to really focus their aggression on. It's the same reason that you'll see people watching like videos titled like, oh, bully gets owned by victim, or, you know, robber gets beaten up by Ultimate Fighter, which is a really interesting video, by the way, if you happen to catch a glimpse of it. Or my personal favorite today is Punk takes on Gulf War vet and gets humiliated. I think that's what the title of it was. Anyway, the reason that they like to watch these videos is because they want something to focus their aggression on. Now, back to the point though, police brutality is one of the many, many negative things about everyday life. And it's one of those things that people don't want to talk about, because they want people to think of police officers as these protectors of the innocent and the punishers of the wicked. However, sometimes it's the other way around completely. Now, people don't like to talk about this, but it's out there. I mean, just do a search on police brutality on YouTube and you'll come upon thousands upon thousands of videos. Excuse me. Now, I think police brutality, in a sense, shows how absolute power corrupts absolutely, as I forget who right off the top of my head, but a wise man once said. And now, personally, I think that pigs, as they're generously called, really don't deserve to wear the badge. They don't. People can agree with me, they can disagree, I don't really care. This is my show, I talk about what I want. God damn. Disregard that last statement. If you agree with me or disagree with me, that's your choice, not mine. I'm not going to touch that. Anyway. And I think that police brutality is something that should not be, how do I explain it? It shouldn't really be broadcast out there in the way that it is. I mean, yes, it's a real thing. It happens every day. We don't have to watch it on YouTube. We really don't. Now, what really pisses me off, though, about this is that 9 times out of 10, the cops get away with it completely scot-free. Not even a slap on the wrist, not a fine, not a court date, nothing. And that pisses me off. I mean, if you saw a person, just a regular civilian, not even a cop, just grab a nightstick and start beating the crap out of somebody for no reason, they'd be in jail faster than they could turn their own fucking heads. Just look at the cops. But no, somehow, because they wear the badge and they carry the gun, they have diplomatic immunity, basically. It's just, it boggles my mind, some of the crap these cops get away with. Now, don't get me wrong. I respect police officers. Their job is very dangerous. It's a very necessary job, and I think that most cops are generally honest. Most. Not all, obviously, pigs, but most. Now, I happen to actually be, or I happen to know a police officer, and he's a very cool guy. I mean, he's obviously a cop, so he's going to bust you if you do something bad, but he's not going to harass you for no reason. You know what I mean? And now, like I said, I respect the police. I try not to break the law, so I don't have to fucking deal with them. But I respect them overall. And their job's a necessary evil. They have to do what they have to do. But when they go too far and they start abusing their power, that's when they go from being a police officer, an actual enforcer of the law, to being a pig. A power-hungry, sad, sad little creature. Just, they don't deserve to wear the badge, like I said. Now, me personally, I've considered becoming a police officer, but I don't want to in the chance that the power will get to my head, because I know me. I mean, I know that anytime I've gotten a little bit of power, I tend to take it a little bit too far. So that's why I've completely cut out my dreams of being a police officer, because I don't want to turn into a pig and be a hypocrite for putting this on YouTube and then becoming the very thing I'm ranting about. Now, another thing about police brutality that I've noticed is that sometimes, I don't want to say most of the time, I think it's about 55-45, it's usually interracial, basically. I hate, that's for lack of a better word. It'll be a white cop and a black criminal. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's the only time that there's police brutality. It's just the first example that popped in my head. So before you start calling me, oh, this guy's racist, oh, he's saying only black people get beaten by the police, it's not true. I don't know why I said police like that, but whatever. And I don't want to say it's because these victims of police brutality are a different race, but let's be honest, most pigs are racist. Now, I know that's probably a prejudiced statement, but I'm going off of facts here. I can't even really say most either, because again, 55-45. But when it does happen, usually the pigs are very, very racist. Or just very hateful in general. Now, I don't like to talk about this. I mean, I do kind of, because it lets me get my thoughts out, but I don't because it's a fairly uncomfortable subject for most people to talk about, is the police stepping over their boundaries and just completely abusing their power. But it's a real thing and it does happen, so I figured I should address it. So, overall, the moral of the story: fuck police brutality, fuck the pigs. I'm going to let that stay there because I know this video skips. And don't fuck the police. Fuck the pigs. Fuck the swine. Let them get found in a dark alley by the people they fucked over and let them make bacon. As Marie Antoinette once said, let them eat cake. I like to say, let them make bacon. So, on that note, have a nice day.